Adam, what are you doing here? Where's David Hayward?
Damned if I know. You're the last one to see him.
Well, exactly what are you implying?
You remember the chat we had at your house? I tried to convince you to join forces with me to bring Hayward down, and then he showed up at your door, and he hasn't been seen since. Erica, what have you done with David Hayward?
He was last seen at my house, and no one has heard from him?
Not a peep. His mail is piling up at the Valley Inn front desk. The maids say that he hasn't been sleeping in his bed. Erica, famous surgeons don't just drop out of sight for no reason.
Well, what do you want from me, Adam?
You know where David Hayward is. If my life means anything to you at all, anything, you gotta tell me what you've done with him. Erica? Oh, my God, have you killed him?
Don't be idiotic. Would I be looking for the man if I killed him?
Maybe to draw suspicion away from yourself, maybe.
I'll tell you something, Adam. If I had killed David Hayward, I would have taken out a full-page ad in the Bulletin announcing his demise.
All right, fine. You've got to help me find him.
Well, just calm down. Just don't blow an artery.
If I want to blow an artery, I'll blow an artery.
Oh, and leave your little girl fatherless? That's what's really working you up. You have so much to lose.
Liza and my little girl are my whole world. He knows that. That's why I'm so vulnerable.
Oh, well, that's your doing, not his.
Because I love my family?
No, because you are living a lie. Because Colby is not Jake Martin, she's yours. Because you switched the sperm sample. You know what? If I had any sense at all, I would tell Liza the truth. That's what I would do, and I would leave you twisting in the wind.
You wouldn't. No, you wouldn't do that.
Why not?
We were married.
Oh, and I have so many happy memories.
Erica, you would never do anything to intentionally hurt me.
Oh, really?
Well, what about Liza? No, forget Liza. What about Colby? Hayward is the destroyer here. That's why he instructed his lawyers to send letters to Liza and the police, revealing the truth if he were suddenly to turn up missing. Well, he's turned up missing. Erica, if you know anything, if you have any information, I demand that you tell me.
You to make demands. I mean, if you want me to help you, that'd be nice. And while we're waiting for hell to freeze over, I'll tell you what happened.
Just tell me Hayward is alive.
Well, he was the last time I saw him. I held him prisoner in my basement with his precious surgeon's hand stuck in an old carpenter's vise.
Oh, come on. This is no time for jokes.
I'm not joking.
You're serious? You... Oh, my God. That's... Why? Why would you do that?
Well, I certainly didn't have a master plan about this or anything. I mean, I hated David Hayward, and I had good reason to. But you're the one who came along. You fanned the flames, and then he showed up at my door, and that's what sealed his fate.
What happened?
He told me that someday I would laugh. I mean, he had the nerve to say, and I'm quoting, that someday I would look back on what happened to my face, and I would laugh. And so that, of course, revealed to me that he had no understanding whatsoever of what he had done to me. And so, of course, I like a good joke as well as anybody else, and so I knocked him out, and I threw him down the laundry chute, and I attached him to the vise. And when he woke up, he asked me the same thing you did. He asked me why. Well, I'll tell you why. I wanted David Hayward to feel the same pain that I'm feeling, to feel the same sense of helplessness that I feel. I wanted him to mourn the loss of something vital, of something precious. Because when you have this gift from God and somebody takes it away from you, there is this emptiness, and nothing can ever fill that. I wanted him to really know what that emptiness feels like.
I'm almost afraid to ask this, but did your scare tactic work?
Well, if you mean, does David Hayward have a conscience? Yes, I think he does. And is he sorry for what he did to me? Definitely. And ultimately, we learned that we have some things in common. So I set him free.
But you still don't trust him.
I don't know. I don't know who the real David Hayward is. I don't know if he really is the horrible, heartless monster that his own mother says he is, or whether it's Vanessa who's lying. I don't know. And so that's why I'm here. I am looking for David. I'm looking for the truth.
Vanessa, I ain't no scribe, but correct me if I'm wrong. Shouldn't it be Erica's giving nature and generous spirit?
Oh, watch it, honey. You know how sensitive these creative writing types can be.
Who's talking creative here? This whole thing was ghosted.
Oh, but she had to tell him what to write.
What? Did you two, rehearse this whole thing, or are you attempting an improvisation here?
No, we just, frankly, we're just taking with you a whole total stream of consciousness. If you put so much effort into this phony one, who knows what blood, sweat, and whatever you put into the real thing.
The real thing.
You know, the tell-all book you're writing with Donald Steele to humiliate Erica.
Look, as I told Erica, there is no tell-all book. I have no reason to harm Erica, for Pete's sake. She's been nothing but a blessing to me. And what you are reading there, my darling, is the book that I intend to publish.
No way. This is a freaking Valentine to somebody you hardly even know.
Look, I look upon Erica
As your next meal ticket?
Okay,
Hey.
all right. These accusations have really gone far enough. You're accusing me of I don't even know what all. Please, just leave Erica's house right now and do not darken her doorstep again.
She thinks we just fell off the turnip truck, honey.
For someone who's so close to Erica, I can't believe she doesn't know you're Erica's lawyer.
You're her nearest, closest, bestest, dearest friend, perhaps?
Which makes it our job to protect Erica from being victimized by parasites.
You know, if you two really do care about Erica, it seems to me you would simply honor her wishes and simply get lost. She has said to you herself she is fine. She does not need your help.
You know, it's a funny thing about people who walk around telling you they're fine all the time. You find out sooner or later they're not fine at all.
I learned some very interesting things about David Hayward when he was my house guest. I got some very rare glimpses into his character. David told me some things about his father. And so at least now I understand a little bit about what motivates his despicable behavior.
Sounds like the same old whiny sob story to me. Didn't get a tricycle when he was 3, so he's scarred for life.
No, David's wounds are not superficial.
Neither are yours, Erica. Frankly, I'm stunned that you are sitting here making excuses for the man who destroyed your face.
I'm not making excuses. I'm merely saying that perhaps he's not the heartless monster that we thought he was.
What did he tell you?
That was personal. He told me that in confidence.
Confidence? How does someone like Hayward rate your confidence? Erica, if you have information that will help me bury this swine, please tell me.
Look, I don't know if everything David told me was true. But if it is, if the horror he described to me is even partially true.
Oh, my God. He really got to you, didn't he?
You know, if Erica does return and is still upset about your being here, you two are heartless, to say the least.
To say the least.
Yes. And if perhaps by some bizarre choice she chooses to believe these outrageous accusations about...
Outrageous, huh?
Yes, outrageous. Well, I'm sure she'll be in contact with you, and then you two can just march right back in here triumphantly.
Triumphantly sounds good, but the thing is, we ain't leaving.
Oh, my dear, nothing I've said impresses you, huh?
No, we're impressed. Aren't we impressed, sweetheart?
Oh, absolutely.
Thing is, dear Big V, us here in the cheap seats, we are duly impressed. My father, as he used to say, would say that you had the gift of gab. You're able to turn lies into an art form, isn't it? But if you don't mind, my wife and I here are going to stick around for the second show.
You know what I was thinking, honey? As soon as we get rid of Morticia here, you and I can take that long-awaited trip to Bermuda.
Oh, that sounds beautiful,
really,
doesn't
A
it?
couple of weeks of walks on the beach.
Oh, dancing. Don't forget the dancing.
And those beautiful breakfast buffets with all that tropical fruit.
Who's getting up for breakfast?
I beg your pardon. David Hayward didn't get to me.
He did something to impair your judgment.
He told me a very, very sad and very distressing story about what it was like to be the son of Vanessa Bennett.
Cue the violins.
No, it wasn't like that. Look, David told me that he blames his mother for his father's suicide.
And bad potty training did the rest. I don't want to pity David Hayward. I want to cut him off at the knees.
Well, then you're going to have to do that without my help.
You realize my entire future is at stake here.
Yes. And I also realize that you used Liza, no matter how you try to justify your motives.
But Liza loves me.
Well, then there should be no problem. She'll accept the fact that you invaded her body without her consent, and you'll live happily ever after.
She won't do that, and you know it.
And that's what you should be worrying about, Adam. Liza. Not David or me or whoever else knows your dirty little secret. Liza.
So you work for David Hayward?
Yes. Have you seen him?
No, and I hope my luck holds.
Listen, I was supposed to have lunch with him today, and he never showed.
He stood you up?
Listen, David is always on time. If you know him, he prides himself on being punctual.
Well, maybe it was an emergency or something.
Well, you would know. This is the ER, right?
Right. Excuse me, I gotta check something over here.
198.
Well, he hasn't been in here all day. He's got no new patients scheduled for admitting.
What about his existing patients? Has he checked on them?
Okay. Negativo.
That can't be right.
Yeah. It's not like him to miss rounds. Hold on, I'll page him.
What are you still doing here?
Erica, do you want me to call the police?
Good idea. Talk to Derek Fry. He's a pal of mine.
Are you all right? We were just so worried about you because you took off so suddenly.
I am perfectly fine, as
You
you
don't
can
look
see.
perfectly fine. You look shook up.
Let me make you some herbal tea.
Nobody's gonna make Erica tea unless it's me.
Look, I don't want any tea. I appreciate your concern, I really do. But I'd like you to leave.
This is a very unnatural relationship.
Erica, we can't leave you here with this vampire.
Please, please, you're just making things a lot more difficult than they need to be. Please, just go.
All right. And when you need us, you know where to find us.
See you around the snake pit.
My God, you know, in the air, I thought they would never leave, but you did the right thing by giving them walking papers. Honestly, I've never met two more pesty, disgusting people in my... Oh, dear, Erica, what is it now?
I want you out of my house. Now.
Hayward didn't answer his page. And I checked with the chief RN at Cardiac Care. They say they haven't seen him in a couple of days.
Well, thank you anyway.
Yeah. You know, I'm missing David Hayward might not be such a bad thing.
I have 2 letters here. If anything happens to me, I want you to hand this to Derek Fry over at PVPD.
Who's the other one for?
Miss Liza Colby.
You want me to leave?
Yes.
Oh, but Erica, I am your friend. Please, what can I do to convince you of that, darling?
I don't know who or what to believe yet. I need time to sort all of that out, but until then, I don't want you or Janet or any of my so-called friends telling me who or what to believe and how to live my life.
Fine, but Erica, please just hear me out.
I have heard enough, Vanessa. Now, I want you, please, to pack your bags and be out of my house first thing tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? David? Is that you? David?